I believe number 4 for the Dallas Cowboys will win the band-for-band off against Tua Tagovailoa. That is point blank, period. If we got to go band for band, I'm taking my guy over Tua.
One time. What is good, YouTube? This is your boy Aaron.
It's Brian.
And this is the Courtside View podcast. And today we are back for another episode. And let's get on to picking the games first. Get that out the way, and then we'll get to the real, very juicy stuff. Pause. Anywho, let's get down to business.
You don't want to recap the Thursday game just quick?
I mean, I didn't watch it.
Oh, I watched it.
You watched it. I mean, yeah. I saw some of the nonsense that was going on, but I mean, the Rams they had control.
I really have nothing to say about the Saints that hasn't already been said, but
they're the Aints.
Yeah, they
Trash
really are.
bags.
They really are. But as far as the Rams, though, I feel sorry for who has to play them first round because it's gonna be a tough one, and it's looking like the Lions currently. So that would be a interesting storyline. Stafford against his old team in the playoffs, that'd be an interesting story. That's pretty much all I got to say, though. That game was, Derek Carr. I don't know how he's allowed to walk freely in New Orleans at this point because he's terrible.
He is. He's really bad. So
and Dennis Allen, they talk about his job isn't really much in danger for next year. And if I was a Saints fan, I'm very upset at that. Because what do you mean his job isn't in danger? Hey, man, pray for the Saints fans. That's all I'm going to say.
It is what it is, right? It is what it is. Yeah, man, that game, the Rams, they're hot right now. Like, they're clicking on all cylinders at the best time of the year to really do it. Matthew Stafford, he's playing like a top 5 QB right now. People was writing him off. He ain't right back. I thought that elbow, he couldn't throw the same. He recovered, and now he's back to his 2021 self, back to his time where he was in Detroit just slinging it and people were underrating him. One of the more underrated QBs in the past 10 years. Matthew Stafford looks phenomenal. He made some amazing throws. Like, there was this one that people, this one account that was tweeting, oh, it's a little Mahomey. He was looking a little Mahomey with the throw. And we all know it was a troll because obviously everybody knows, like, if you watch football, you know that Matthew Stafford, he's been doing this for years. There was I remember back in 2021, he made a throw just like that. And people were talking about, oh, that looked like Mahomes. And Aaron Rodgers, I remember he talked about just Matthew Stafford and his ability to make just different ankle throws and stuff like that. So, yeah, the Rams are dangerous. Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, Aaron Donald, he's still one of the best in the business. And you have Sean McVay, who's one of the best play designers in the NFL, one of the best coaches in the NFL. So, they're dangerous. And this was supposed to be a rebuilding year. And they still are competing. This is how I let you know
Didn't we have them penciled in for like 4 to 5 wins?
Because I thought Matthew Stafford wasn't going to be the same. I thought we weren't going to see that same Matthew Stafford in 2021, and I was wrong. I didn't think that Puka Nacua was going to come out of nowhere and look like a Pro Bowl player.
And Kyron Williams coming out of
Oh my God, is he a rookie too?
Yeah.
So Kyron Williams, they drafted Kyron Williams and Puka Nacua the same year.
Yeah, I think Kyron was a 5th rounder too.
Unbelievable. And Puka Nacua was like 3rd round, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Man, out of BYU. And they just found a way to still be productive.
Yeah.
Like, that's unbelievable to me. That's unreal. The fact that they gave up all those draft picks and still was able to find talent late in the draft. That is coaching. That is scouting. Nobody saw Puka Nacua being able to do that. If you looked at his college stats, I mean, and I heard he was injury prone in college too. So, like, he just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, Cooper Kupp, I heard rumblings from training camp, Steve Smith in the combine. So I heard some stuff. But this guy right here, he came out of nowhere. Like, the Rams just continues to surprise me with the drafting and developing. And that's why a lot of these organizations, like these coaches and these GMs, they're going to be held accountable when the season is over, because you just look at what the Rams are doing and what the other teams, like like the Colts are doing and stuff like that, and
no excuse.
No excuse. And so, yeah, man, the Panthers as well. Like we'll see what they do, but there's no excuse. But yeah, that's really what I wanted to say. The Rams versus Lions game. If that is going to be, I think that's going to be it. That's going to be a hell of a game to watch. Man, I can't wait for that game. That's going to be a hell of a matchup. All right, let's go to week 16.
Derek Carr had 24 points in fantasy on my bench. Lamar, I need you.
Yeah, well, you're already out of the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, true. I don't even know.
Right now.
Consolation break. I'm leaving here with something.
All right, so let's go to week 16 of the NFL. The first game on the docket. This is Saturday, today. Bengals versus Steelers. Now, there's been a lot of controversy with the Steelers, particularly their wide receivers. The number one is George Pickens, and he has been getting a lot of criticism because of just his lack of effort, not blocking for Jalen Warren that one play, and also I think it was an interception, not getting back and trying to tackle the player or whatever. He was just chilling and jogging back and stuff like that. So it's a bad sign. There was question marks coming out of the draft about his
character issues
and stuff like that. But you look at the talent and you say, Pittsburgh, they've had Antonio Brown, they've had Mike Wallace, they had Antonio Holmes, they've had all these different receivers come out and produce for them, and they're like, okay, that's the perfect place for him to go. But then we fail to realize that, okay, as talented as those receivers were, what happened to them eventually? They got kicked out.
Yeah.
Martavius Bryant, Antonio Brown, Santonio Holmes, all these different receivers. Chase Claypool.
Yep.
Juju. Like, although they weren't like these like very demonstrative, not very sort of aggressive personalities, but they were still like distractions in their own rights, and they eventually got kicked out the door. And the same could be said for Deontay Johnson. The same could be said for George Pickens. And this is, I'm looking at Mike Tomlin and I'm saying to myself, like, yo, this is a recurring theme. Like, I don't care what Ryan Clark said. Mike Tomlin should leave now. It's like, no, like, he's the reason this is transpiring. He is condoning this. This isn't just a organizational thing. This is a coaching thing. Like, you're the head coach. Like, you keep allowing this to transpire. You keep thinking that, I'm going to bring these guys in and I'm going to groom them. I'm going to,
And isn't he supposed to be like a player's coach? Like,
I said this to my cousin. I was like, you know who Mike Tomlin is? Doc Rivers. He's the NFL Doc Rivers, but except he has great quotes. He's likable. That's who he is. I mean, let's be for real. Like, he has a Super Bowl ring a long time ago with that great defense and Big Ben. Yeah. But then after that,
hey, that's the solid comparison.
I mean,
that's a solid
come on now. People say, "Oh, he's a players coach," but his players be acting up. Like, where's the accountability? And this Pittsburgh Steelers team, for the last 10 years, has not been accountable. Ever since Troy Polamalu left, ever since Ryan Clark and them left, there has been no accountability, and George Pickens and Deontay Johnson is the latest of them all.
Yeah.
And so, you pick the Steelers to win this division, man.
I did. I drank the Kool-Aid beginning of the season, preseason actually. The training camp and preseason games fooled me. I should have just picked the Ravens like I was originally going to do.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Oh, anywho, let's pick the game. I'm gonna go with the Bengals on this one. Although they have Jake Browning.
Jake Browning is a dude.
I believe in the Bengals and that team more than the Steelers, even though they don't have Jamar Chase. I still believe.
Shoot, T. Higgins, you saw what that play team, man. What?
Bro, that game last week. Remember when Jake Browning? He was rolling out of the pocket, whatever, and he was like, man, F it. Yeah. T. Higgins somewhere, and that dude mossed
He mossed him, got the sideline catch, and then reached the ball over the goal. I was like, what?
I was like, no way.
He trying to get some money in the offseason.
Yeah, because he was not doing that early in the year. But yeah, give me the Bengals this game.
Yeah, give me the Bengals. They just the better team all around. And and it's funny because it's like the play calling for the Bengals is completely different when they got Jake Brown and their QB versus Burrow. So that really just shows you how much in control Burrow is of the entire offense. Because now I'm looking at the Bengals, I'm like, they wasn't running this when Joe was the QB. But yeah, man, Jake Brown, man, he's liable to get a starting job.
I don't know about all that. I say like if it's let's say he may be competing for a starting job possibly. Like let's say an organization they don't have like
he would start on the Raiders.
or for instance, like example, the Atlanta Falcons where they had like Desmond Ridder and Heineke, something like that. Then maybe, but like if we're talking about a team,
the Falcons may be on JD5 watch.
Oh, man, well, that's a different conversation for another day. But anyway, all right, let's go to the next game on the docket, the other Saturday night game, and that is the Bills versus Chargers. Bills all day, every day. It's not even close.
They favored by 12 points. Easton Stick is not going to keep this close.
Nah.
The Bills are hot right now.
Even without Brandon Staley, which thank God they finally got rid of him.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, he was terrible.
It was about time.
About time. They waited too long, so... Yeah, give me the Bills. Let's go to Sunday games. Packers versus Panthers. Here's the thing.
Oh, brother. No way you try to spin this into the Packers somehow losing.
So the Packers are going to be on the road, and Joe Barry, he has been awful with his play calling the past 2 weeks. Tommy DeVito and Baker Mayfield have won Player of the Week honors. Baker Mayfield is the second quarterback to have a perfect passer rating at Lambeau Field. Are you kidding me? The first one, I believe, was Aaron Rodgers, and the second one was Baker Mayfield. He had 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Tommy DeVito diced this up, and look what Tommy DeVito looked like against the Saints. He was trash. So there was conversations. There's been a lot of heat towards Joe Barry and Matt LaFleur. I believe this game, just what I've been hearing about Joe Barry, I believe they'll bounce back and they'll win this game on the road.
I hope so.
Against the worst team in football. But I will not be surprised if Bryce Young has his best game because just the way that the defense is sounding, Devondre Campbell, Jair Alexander, he ain't coming back yet. The way that they sounding, man, I don't know. They seem defeated. They seem like we're tired of Joe Barry. But I'm going to go with the Packers yet again. I've been wrong in the past 2 weeks, but I'm going to go with them again. There's no way they can lose to the Panthers.
Actually, there is.
There is a way, but I'm just saying, like, come on now, bro. Like, no, bro. Like, if they lose to the Panthers, like, oh.
That's like fire people.
You have to let him go. Like you have to. Like there's no excuse anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Packers too. The Panthers are bad, but they have a good pass defense somehow. Like they're like literally, I think they're like top 5 in passing yards allowed. But I still think Packers get this one.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the Browns versus Texans. Now, C.J. Stroud, he's gonna be out this game. The Browns, they just figure out a way to win games. Like Kevin Stefanski, he's in the running for the coach of the year.
Him and Shane Steichen, in my opinion.
Yup, and DeMeco Ryans as well. So they're all doing a great job. The Texans, they squeaked by last week. This week against the Browns, I would say I'll probably go with the Browns this week. I just think the Browns. I just think the Browns are more talented. They're more equipped to overcome just not having their starting QB, even though this is like their 4th starting QB. And the Texans, they won last week against the Titans, I believe it was. So, but I just think the Cleveland Browns are the more talented team, and I expect them to win. Although they are going to be on the road, I expect them to win.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Browns too. They just find a way to win, man. You can't. I don't know how. I don't really watch the games, but I see him on red zone. They just keep winning. I don't know.
They manage the game, man. Joe Flacco manages the game. That's just what he does. He manages the game, and that's what it is. And that's how they win, really. All right, let's go to Commanders versus Jets. This is a toilet bowl.
Trevor Siemian is starting at QB.
I honestly, bro, like this is a coin toss for me because both teams are trash. Both teams are awful. Oh man, this is a tough one. I'll probably go with the Commanders on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Commanders strictly because I want them to worsen their draft position. That's literally the only reason I'm going Commanders here.
So you're just biased.
Yes.
Okay. Well, here's the reason I'm going with the Commanders. I just look at the Jets and I say to myself, all right, yes, the Commanders' defense is like I think it's 32nd. The Jets' offense is 32nd.
Yeah.
So it's like, do I really want to trust the Jets' offense with Trevor Siemian, who couldn't move the ball, who can't move the ball at all? Do I really want to trust him? I don't trust him at all. And I believe the Commanders they'll move the ball a little bit, albeit it is the Jets defense. But again, when you can't move the ball as an offense, your defense is going to eventually suffer.
Yeah.
I don't care how good your defense is. It's not the 2001. It's not the 2000 Ravens. All right. So give me the Commanders. Man. Just give me the Commanders. Let's go Seahawks.
Give me a break. That's what I need.
Let's go Seahawks versus Titans.
Like, man, shout out Drew Lock, man. You standing on business on Monday Night Football. Hold up.
Whatever, man. Whatever.
Getting them Eagles up out of there.
Whatever, man. All right. Well, I'm gonna go Seahawks this game. I just think they're more talented. Whoever starts at QB, if it's Drew Lock or if it's Geno Smith,
I think Geno will be back.
I expect the Seahawks to win. They're just too good. They're too talented. And the Titans, they're not that good. They only have DeAndre Hopkins to throw to, and Derrick Henry, he's not the same. It's a wrap for him. So,
yeah, I'm gonna go Seahawks as well. It looks like Geno Smith will be starting because he's not on the injury report.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm gonna go Seahawks. They feeling good after that Monday night win. It's a little bit of a short week, about 1 day actually, but they should be all right.
Yeah.
It looks like, and no one on the Titans is really important that's out. So, let's see if Will Levis can put another good game together.
All right, well, let's go to the Falcons versus the Colts. I'm going to go with the Colts. Like, that's an easy one. I'm not a believer in the Falcons. They lost last week against, who was it?
The Panthers.
See what I mean? Like, the Panthers, bruh. And Desmond Ridder, he's trash. They're starting Taylor Heineke this week, and he's not good either. Arthur Smith, he's just – Did you see what the owner said, Arthur Blank said? Because they were pretty much talking about how, like, all right, Arthur Smith's coaching is this coaching, like, are you going to, is he pretty much safe? And he's going to be looking at the final 3 games and assessing, okay, like, depending on how these final 3 games are going to look is when he'll probably determine, like, all right, I'm going to keep him or not. And just the way that this team is looking, Arthur Smith is probably going to be on the way out. And they haven't been looking good recently, and I don't think they're going to look good against the Colts, who have an amazing coaching. Shane Steichen, he's been phenomenal. Gardner Minshew has been a godsend for them, and Zach Moss has also been really good. Jonathan Taylor's coming back as well. So, man, it's just so much optimism.
Too late.
It's so much optimism for the Colts, and I just like the Colts in this game.
Yeah, I like the Colts, too. They're getting some big help in a run game back for Jonathan Taylor. They've been better. Pittman is questionable. I don't know if he'll play. I don't know. They said he probably will play, but concussion protocol, it's a
tricky one.
Yeah, that man got knocked out on the field. Ooh. He said he woke up and was like, "What happened?"
Yeah, I don't think.
And this man suiting up, supposed to suit up Sunday. Yeah, okay.
I don't think he's gonna play. But they still got Josh Downs and they still have Alex Pierce.
Yeah. And that I think some other guy was getting involved last game too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm gonna go Colts. The Falcons haven't shown me much of anything that warrants me picking them to this matchup. So,
Yep.
Shout out the Colts, man. They hooping.
Yeah, man. Shane Steichen.
86, man. Who would have
The
thought?
The Eagles wish they still had Shane. Oh my God!
My goodness.
I bet they wish. I bet they wish they had. They wish they had Shane as the head coach instead of Nick
Sirianni.
Sirianni.
Man.
Hey man, man, Nick is hilarious, bro. All right, Lions versus Vikings. I'm gonna go with the Lions on this one. I just think they're the better team overall. I don't even know who's Nick Mullins is starting for the Vikings. I don't expect him to do much. Justin Jefferson, I don't know his status. Even if he's playing, I'm still picking the Lions this game. So, give me the Lions. Give me the Lions this game.
Justin Jefferson does not have an injury designation.
Okay, well,
So he's more than likely going to play. I'm gonna go Lions though. The Lions, who did they play last week?
They played the Broncos.
They played the
Remember,
Broncos.
they stomped
and they whooped them. Yeah,
I picked the Broncos too.
Lions got the momentum right now.
Yeah.
They got back on track, playing Lions football. So of course they're gonna have to put on a good showing before they have to play my team, of course. But whatever.
I can't wait for that game. That's gonna be good. Jaguars versus Buccaneers. Trevor Lawrence is questionable. The Buccaneers, we already know they did their thing against the Packers, but let's be real. Let's be honest. Like it's the Packers. Like it's Joe Barry's defense. So, this game, I'm gonna probably go with the Jaguars on this one. I believe Trevor Lawrence is gonna play. I just think the Packers defense is just so god awful that so many QBs will look good against them, and I think that Baker Mayfield's performance it was
a Mickey Mouse performance.
I don't think he's going to do what he did against us, against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I believe Jacksonville, they'll be able to run the ball. I believe they'll be able to convert down the field, even though they won't have Christian Kirk. They still have Zay Jones. They still have Calvin Ridley. They still have Evan Ingram. Trevor Lawrence, he's a solid QB. So
I think Zay Jones is questionable.
He's questionable. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I just think that the Buccaneers defense isn't good enough to really stop this Jacksonville's offense. So give me Jacksonville.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Jags too. The Buccaneers they're too flip floppy. You don't know what team you're gonna get either week. The offense could be on fire one week, and then offense could be non-existent. So I'm like, which one we gonna get this week? The Jags defense hasn't been as good as they were in the beginning of the year, but I still think they'll do good enough against the Buccaneers to win. So I'm gonna go with the Jags.
Let's go Cardinals versus Bears. This one is
Justin Fields didn't right back.
Nah, he ain't right back. Who they play last week? Oh, they played
The Cardinals played the Niners last week, I believe.
Yeah, I know that, but like the Bears
they played the
Who did they play?
They played the where are they at?
Let's see. Oh, they played the Browns.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they nearly beat the Browns too. It's just for whatever reason the offense wasn't able to convert when they needed to the most.
I'm going Bears.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Bears too. I just think that their defense has been playing a lot better when they acquired Montez Sweat. What's that corner for them?
Jalen Johnson.
Yeah, he's been solid too. They do have. It seems like they do have an identity, a little bit of identity on defense and on offense. I still think Matt Eberflus, he's going to be gone, but I think the Bears, they're a little bit better than the Cardinals this year. So give me the Bears.
Yeah, I'm going Bears.
Yeah. All right. So let's go to
should be a good game though.
Cowboys versus Dolphins. This is the game right here. Last week it was the Bills versus Cowboys. This game it's the Cowboys versus the Dolphins. I cannot wait.
Whoever made this schedule, I hate you.
I love you. I love whoever.
Why would you give us these games back to back to back? Oh my goodness!
After all those Mickey Mouse wins that you all had, you deserve to have this schedule at the end.
No.
Yes. Dolphins versus Cowboys. Here's the deal.
Here we go.
I like the Dolphins this game.
I bet you do.
I do like the Dolphins this game. You know, at first I didn't, But then all of a sudden, Tyron Smith, he's possibly going to be out. Zach Martin, we don't know if he'll be there.
He'll play.
He'll play?
Yeah, he's playing.
He's gonna tough it out.
Yeah, he's going to play.
Okay, all right. But here's the thing. No Tyron Smith. Zach Martin, he's going to be dealing with an injury. He'll try to play. Can you guys stop the run? The way the Bills look, oh my God. Miami, they love running the ball. Raheem Mostert, Davon Achane. Oh my God. I know. What's his name? Dan Quinn. I know he having nightmares right now. Davon Achane and Tyreek Hill, possibly. Tyreek Hill's gonna play. I guarantee you.
I think he'll play.
He's gonna play. So you have to worry about the running game and then also motion. 49ers. They're like 49ers East Coast, just without the physicality.
True.
Those dudes, they can run. They run a lot of motion, a lot of trickery plays. It's going to be a challenge.
Yes.
It's going to be a real challenge for the Cowboys. And I don't know how you guys are going to do it. The way that defense been looking, I got to go with the Dolphins. And then another thing. We saw it against the 49ers, the Cowboys versus 49ers. You don't have to have a great QB. You don't have to have a top 3 QB for that QB to be successful. You don't have to have an elite tier QB to dice up the Cowboys defense. We saw that with Brock Purdy. And we're going to see it again with two. I'm just saying, bro.
Now
it's gonna be. I will, and then my final point, and then I'll let you go. I will say this. This is concerning. The offensive line for the Miami Dolphins. They're not healthy at all. I think 1 or 2 of them is out for the year. So that's a bit concerning. But overall, I like my chances.
You can like your chances. I'm gonna tell you what it is and what it ain't.
Okay.
So, the Cowboys are a team that don't lose back-to-back games. I'm gonna get that out the way first. We haven't lost back-to-back games since maybe 2021. It might even been before that. But I will say this: we haven't played. Well, actually, no, we had played back-to-back road games, but against top-tier teams, we haven't played like back-to-back road games against them, and consecutively. So, with that being said, I personally am going to pick the Cowboys. Oh, wow, the Cowboys fan picked the Cowboys. I know, right? That's just a shocker. But I'm going to tell you why I'm going to pick the Cowboys. I'm going to pick the Cowboys because I believe number 4 for the Dallas Cowboys will win the band-for-band off against Tua Tagovailoa. That is point-blank, period. If we got to go band-for-band, I'm taking my guy over Tua. That's just what it is. I don't think that defense will be able to stop us that much. The Miami crowd isn't as rowdy as the Bills Mafia, and it's going to be warm weather, no rain. It's just going to be good weather conditions for football. So I like my Cowboys in this one. Yes, the defense is concerning. Yes, the run defense is concerning. But it is Tua Tagovailoa at the end of the day. All we need him is to make one mistake, and he's liable to do it. He had a big game against the Jets last week. Congratulations. Mm-hmm. Let's see if you can do it twice, two weeks in a row.
You saw what he was saying on the podium, talking about all these haters. You know, they saying, "Oh, he not good unless he has Tyreek Hill." You saw my man. He the tribal chief now. Yeah. Tribal chief Tua.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. I don't listen. I think the game plan this week, DQ will probably implemented with the team. He's probably going to say, "Listen, we're going to fill the box on early downs." And then play everything in front of us on later downs. I don't think they're going. Their goal is probably to just limit the big play. We might see some too high looks. More usually DQ is like a zone guy, but we play a lot of man as well. But I think we're going to see a lot of too high this week, especially with I think Malik Hooker is still out, which is unfortunate because now we got to rely on J-Ron Curse. Oh goodness. But yeah, I still like the Cowboys, man. I just can't see us losing 2 in a row, even though it's very well possible. And also the final point I'm gonna make, like I said, that Week 18 game against the Dolphins and Bills is going to be for the division, and it's lining up to be that way if the Vikings lose one. Mm-hmm. I mean, the Dolphins lose one.
Yeah, they lose one. Yep.
This is the one they probably lose.
I think they could lose. I think the one they lose is Baltimore.
Oh, they play the Ravens?
Yeah.
Oh, we might be cooked.
Yeah, I think that's the one they lose.
Oh no, we might be finished.
Finished? Why you say that?
Anywho, I'm at this point I'm relying on the NFC East cursed and in my Week 18 prediction for the Dolphins and Bills to be for the division. That's what I'm banking on at this point.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna. I see what you say. Do you think that
Wait, the Dolphins are at 10 wins currently, right?
Yes, they are. They're 10-4.
And the Bills have 8 wins.
They are 8-6.
Yeah. Okay, no, so it is lining up.
Yeah,
the Dolphins could very much lose these next 2 games, and then the Week 18 game they will both be 10 and
something like that.
10 and 8 or something.
Yeah, 10 and 6.
10 and 6, 10. Whatever.
All they have to do,
they'll be tied at 10 apiece.
All they have to do is lose one game, and then the Bills, if they beat them the last week, then it doesn't matter if they have the same record. The Bills still own the tiebreaker.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's what needs to happen. They have to lose one game in order for the Bills to have a chance, and that's really what it's all about. Do you think that Dan Quinn, he's going to be more aggressive in his play calling, or do you think he's going to be more conservative? Because I feel like with Tua, you got to put a hat on him. Like, you got to make him like not think. Like, you have to make him like think quickly.
I think this is a team you shouldn't be doing too many stunts with, because that West Coast scheme is hard to stop. So you gotta rush 4. Hope you get pressure, especially against a beat up O line. You gotta push and drop dudes back in coverage, and you gotta make him read, man. Don't give him the easy first read. You know he's looking for that first read, that quick slant or that whatever he wants to throw to Tyreek or Jalen Waddle. You gotta make him go through his progressions, man. That's how you beat Tua.
So you think he's just gonna trust his pass rush, his 4 best guys, and say, all right, we're not going to send a 5 or a 6 dude. We'll just have some other dudes like out there in coverage, try to make him think, go through his progressions, make him overthink and stuff like that. And then
they should trust you. You got one of the best edges in the freaking league on the team, and he should be moved around all over the defense, in my opinion. Move them all across the line. Well, they already do that, but maybe give them some linebacker snaps this week. I don't know. If it ain't working out, then abandon it. But at least try it. Yeah. Our linebackers got cooked last week.
Oh my God, my man James Cook was having a master class, boy. He was looking like damn. Let me think.
Like Todd Gurley or something.
Todd Gurley, man. He was looking like freaking Jamal Charles out there. Like he man, whatever running back, whatever all-purpose running back you can think of, he was looking like Marshall Faulk, LaDainian Tomlinson, you name it. I was like, man, I tried trading you. I'm trying trading you, man. I tried trading you. It was
man, Nico Collins still ain't see the field. That would have been a horrible trade.
You would have had 36 points.
No, if I would have took the trade that someone else in the league offered, he would have gave me Jalen Waddle and Raheem Mostert for Reek, and I think another player. I should have took that one. I would have been in the second round,
man.
With JT still on the team.
Well, anywho, let's transition. By the way, I'm still in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? It's my week in the playoffs. You know
he got so lucky with that ball. He scored 90 points last week.
Actually, I scored 108, but
he scored 100. You would have lost that first round.
I would have won. Because Trudeau, he only scored 104, I think it was, or 102, and you scored like 70-something. It was bad. It was ugly. It was ugly for you. I'm like, damn. Your team.
That's funny because I'm going to win the league next year.
Oh, my God.
It ain't going to be funny when I win the league next year.
Oh, my goodness, man. I still would have won. But anywho, down week, and I still would have won that matchup. All right, let's go to the next game on the docket, and let's go to the Patriots versus Broncos real quick. Broncos all day. That's easy.
Yeah, it's really not much to say. The Patriots, they're just not a good football club as it stands right now. So
Nope.
Going with the Broncos.
Let's go to the Raiders versus Chiefs. I'm going to go with the Chiefs' game, but I wouldn't be surprised if they gave the Chiefs 10.5. Yo, I mean, I understand the Chiefs was dominant in the second half, but this is a division game, and the Raiders.
10 points is kind of crazy.
The Raiders are still playing for something. They're not eliminated from the playoffs, so.
And they're coming off 10 days rest.
I don't know about that. 10 and a half is too steep.
They're definitely covering that. That's crazy.
Give me the Chiefs this game, though.
Yeah, I'm still going Chiefs because it's the Chiefs, Pat Mahomes. I don't even know, has he ever lost to the Raiders? I don't think he has.
I can't remember. I don't think so. No.
So, yeah, I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
Yeah. Giants versus Eagles. I'm going to go with the Eagles this game, although they did lose to Seahawks. But Seahawks are a well-coached team, and they have talent, so not surprising. Tommy DeVito, he could have a solid game against this terrible defense, but I'm just not sold on the Giants. I like the Eagles this game at home. The Giants gonna be on the road. If this was in MetLife, then it'd be a different story. But they're in Philly, so I'm gonna go with the Eagles this game.
I was a coward last week. I didn't pick the Seahawks, even though I wanted to. I'm not picking the Giants this week though. I'm picking the Eagles. I really can't see. The Eagles aren't a bad football team. They're just overrated, in my opinion. And the Giants, they're not a good football team. They just,
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take the better dudes, man. The Eagles got the better dudes. Yeah. I don't see how the Giants defense has been stepping up.
They
could make it difficult for Hurts.
Deontay Banks.
Yeah, but
them dudes been hooping.
I don't know. I just don't see the Giants winning this one. They could win the one, like you said, at MetLife, but as right now, the Eagles desperately need a win to stay afloat for the running for the division. They pretty much lost the one seed is pretty much cooked for them.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, they need to win desperately. But I know that don't say 13.5. What is Vegas doing? What football have they been watching to give the Eagles 13.5 points?
I don't know. That's crazy. That's terrible metric. They must. I guess that Saints game really had Vegas saying like, okay, maybe the Giants are actually bad. Maybe they're actually worse than we thought. So 13.5 is kind of crazy.
It's a matchup. The Saints defense is significantly better than the Eagles defense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go Eagles though. It might be a close one though.
Yeah. Last Christmas game on the docket, and this game right here, man, I cannot wait.
We got a Super Bowl preview.
Ravens versus 49ers, and I'll say this. Off rip, the better dudes is the 49ers. They have the better dudes. Here's my thing.
Better coached, honestly.
Well, yeah, you could say that. Yeah, you could pretty much say that. Even though John Harbaugh, he does have a Super Bowl, which Kyle Shanahan doesn't.
Shanahan was close. He was close.
He was close, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It's Mahomes, and you don't have Mahomes. Here's the deal. So, can the Ravens protect Lamar against this 49ers pass rush? I saw a clip
of Ronnie Staley.
I think it was against Josh Allen.
Yeah, he was.
That's supposed to be their best offensive lineman, and he's getting cooked like that. It's a bad sign. Very bad sign. I'm not going to hold you. This might get ugly. If they can't protect Lamar, it's going to be it's going to be a bad Christmas for Lamar Jackson. And you know, I'm a Lamar fan. I got a Lamar jersey at home. I got his high school jersey at home and everything. I'm a huge Lamar fan, but this 49ers team, they're a different breed. Like this looks like an all-time like team right here. And
all-time?
Yes. Look at the people. Look at the dudes on their team. George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, Trent Williams, Christian McCaffrey. The defense, Fred Warner. You have Chase Young, Nick Bosa, Eric Armstead, Greenlaw. And then you have Charvarius Ward.
Yeah, Hargrave.
And they lost Tafunga.
Yeah.
He's out and they're still great.
I can't stand the 49ers, man.
Oh my God.
Can't that be my team, man?
I wish that was my team.
Just bull crap, man. Whatever, man. 49ers I think the 49ers win. The Ravens, they're good, but I don't think they're physical enough for the 49ers.
The thing is they're physical, but this team right here, they're physical, but they also got that talent as well that eclipses the Ravens. Like if they were just like a finesse team, like if they were the Dolphins, right, where they're all finesse but no physicality, then okay, I can see the Ravens winning. But this team right here, what makes this team different is the fact that they remind me so much of the 80s 49ers, where not only were they very finesse, they could just they were no nonsense. They'll push you, they will shove you to the ground. If you push them, they'll push you back. Like, they're not playing no game, bruh. This team right here, they have the finesse and the physicality. They have like the flashiness, but they also put fear into your heart. That is a scary combination. Like, that is rare for a football team to do. And that's why this team is going to beat the Ravens, because they have both of those things together.
I'll tell you what, Lamar, you got to come out and play some football, specifically QB, because I'll tell you, I'm looking at the Jags game, 14 for 24 for 171. You ain't beating the Niners with that, my boy.
Nah.
1 TD, 1 interception, nah. And y'all had a shootout with the Rams. And the 49ers are indubitably better than the Rams.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, the Ravens going to have to play their best ball. Because Brock Purdy, man,
Todd Monken, he gonna have to call a virtuoso.
Going to have to call a hell of a game, because Brock Purdy don't look like he's slowing down anytime soon. I lost the MVP war.
We'll get to that, but yeah, man, Brock Purdy he's been playing really good, efficient football, and Kyle Shanahan, he's just been in his bag with these play calls. Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, they just keep getting open. George Kittle keeps getting open. Everybody's getting open.
Even CMC was open. He fell. He caught the ball, fell down, got back up, and ran it into the end zone. I'm like, okay.
Christian McCaffrey, he's the best back in the league by far. He's one of the greatest backs we've ever seen. He has over 20 touchdowns. 20 touchdowns in this era, where running backs have been devalued.
Yeah.
He has 20 touchdowns.
I don't know what kind of voodoo magic they doing over there, but if Christian McCaffrey couldn't play a full season for like 3 years straight, then all of a sudden he goes to the 49ers. He's been completely healthy for the past 2 years. What kind of voodoo they got going on is San Francisco?
I don't know, because remember, it used to be the narrative that a lot of the running backs that play for the 49ers get injured.
Yeah, Raheem Mostert was
Mitchell, right? Raheem Mostert and what's his name? Those guys, they just keep getting injured over and over again. But now, CMC, he's healthy. He's playing every single game, and he's been so dominant.
If Tyreek Hill doesn't break that record, is it justification to give the award to CMC?
It is. Well, I'll say this: if he breaks the touchdown record, rushing touchdown record, that's hard. That's hard to not give it to CMC. But it's a QB award at the end of the day, pretty much.
No, it's an offensive player of the year.
Offensive player? Yeah. Oh yeah, he's getting that easily.
So if Tyreek Hill's not getting offensive player of the year if he doesn't break the record?
No, because I think the way that CMC has been playing, he's just and the fact that he hasn't missed a game, I think they're gonna give it to him.
True.
And I think that injury with Tyreek, that's gonna hamper him, just like it did last year, and he's not gonna get the same godly numbers that he did early in the season. So CMC pretty much has that in the bag.
That's fair.
Yeah. So yeah, I have the 49ers too. I just think they're just too good, man. And I hope this is a game. Like, I really hope Lamar Jackson overcomes the odds, because he's not too far from where we are, man. Baltimore, I root for the Ravens, and I root for Lamar, and he's an elite tier QB. He's one of the best in the league, and it'd be unfortunate if for Christmas we don't see a really good game, and it's just another, one-sided affair. I would hate to see that. I would really hate to see that. So.
Look, cold world, still a cold world. And a couple of y'all is cool, but we a little more thorough. Whole time, a little more girls. You know I spit that 6 shit and it's still no cure. Hold up, loud